is piling up outside. It's Christmas time and everything's gonna be just fine. So sit back and enjoy the melodies and the rhymes. Take my hand and we'll go for a ride.
Hello, 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 Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays. Welcome to Rants Without Pants, which you can watch on shophead.blogspot.com and bloggingblue.com. My name is Adam Shabo. You may know me from the Madison, Milwaukee power pop band The Chabelles, or from my Christmas album I released a couple years ago called There Is No War on Christmas, which includes original Christmas tunes that I recorded on my 4-track in my basement 4 years ago. Maybe even longer. You can get a free download of the album if you want to just check it out. I'll put it in the comment section.
And no matter what a few might say, there isn't a war on Christmas.
Anyway, this is the Christmas special of Rants Without Pants called It's Very Pantsless Christmas. In the spirit of Christmas, there will be lists, like the top 10 lists that my conservative friend BJ and I agree on politically. But first, I know it was already talked about probably by the time this is posted a million times over. I was planning to have this kind of a light Christmas special post, but this tragedy needs to be discussed.
Breaking news now for you. Connecticut State Police and SWAT teams are now responding to a school shooting at an elementary school in Newtown.
While I film this, it's Saturday morning, not even 24 hours from the shooting. So while I am a little foggy, one thing is clear. There needs to be policy to prevent these horrific, tragic acts from occurring again. Not just gun control, which does need to happen, but also how this country sees and deals with mental illness. 2 in-depth studies were done to try to figure out the profile of a person that would do a mass shooting. One is just a psychopath, but most of them are either from mental illness or depression. There's a propensity out there to think that mental illness is not a real sickness. But it is. It is a sickness. For instance, in 2009, right before Christmas, Woodman's, the grocery store, decided to cut mental health coverage from their health insurance for their employees. Woodman's does not see mental illness as a real illness. Vice President Clint Woodman stated this: "We can't open up our employee owners to a bunch of unidentified costs. We can't have an open checkbook." This outlook and perception is a problem. In fact, everyone should get a mental checkup, just like they would get a physical checkup, on a regular basis. Especially parents. You should bring your kids and do that on a regular basis. Because this stuff is treatable. Of course, the other big point is that we do not lump everyone with mental illness as dangerous or as crazy. Because that just isn't how it works. And that is most definitely not the case. Just a few months ago, I covered the Oak Creek shooting here on this video program. However, I want to first address the horrific mass shooting that occurred at a Sikh temple only a mere 15 miles away from my house, leaving 7 people dead, including the shooter. Then last month, a man named Michael Poindexter threatened to, quote, shoot up all the black women, unquote, at the COG Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I work. It's one of the buildings I work in.
One man has been arrested for allegedly making threats that led to a county building being locked up for a day.
Yesterday, more than 600 employees got the afternoon off at the Marcia COGS building.
When will all this end? When will we stop being a divided country? When will this hatred in the country stop? When will politics not play a part in understanding that there needs to be some gun control laws? That we need to look at mental health in a realistic and serious manner? When will everyone understand that we are all in this together? Whether it is a plane hitting the Twin Towers, whether it's a patient that has breast cancer and she needs to get it treated, whether it is our economy that is in need of real solutions, and leaders that act responsibly and not based on stubborn ideology, whether it is an elderly person that can't get their prescription because Medicare was cut, whether it is a person with mental illness that needs to be treated, whether it is our education system needing to be improved by teachers getting the tools and the respect that they deserve so they can educate your child and keep your child safe. So during this holiday season, sure, you can show your love by nice Christmas gifts, and that's great. You should do that. But there is not a price tag on actually saying the words to your family, to your mother, to your father, to your sister, to your brother, to your husband, to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend.
Say these words, 'cause Christmas is the time to say what you mean.
Anyway, let's end this segment by showing what President Obama said. I thought he had some comforting words.
I react not as a president, but as anybody else would, as a parent. The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. They had their entire lives ahead of them. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. As a country, we have been through this too many times. Whether it's an elementary school in Newton, or a shopping mall in Oregon, or a temple in Wisconsin, or a movie theater in Aurora, or a street corner in Chicago, these neighborhoods are our neighborhoods, and these children are our children. And we're going to have to come together and take meaningful action to prevent more tragedies like this, regardless of the politics. May God bless the memory of the victims. And in the words of Scripture, heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a 180. The heavy stuff's over, which means I got some cocoa, I got some cookies, and I got a hat. I have a conservative friend named BJ, and instead of focusing on our differences, we figured in the spirit of the season we would write a top 10 list of political ideas and ideals that we agree on. So here it is, BJ and I's list. Okay, so I got the first one. Number 10. Political leaders should focus on things they agree with and not play politics with legislators.
Number 9. We believe everyone should be out voting, and there shouldn't be any voter suppression anywhere for any reason.
Number 8. We believe that George Bush and Dick Cheney were not behind 9/11.
Number 7. We believe that President Obama was born in the US of A.
Number 6. We believe that the news media's laziness and thirst for sensationalism is a big reason for the polarization in this country.
Number 5. we believe homosexuals should have the same rights as heterosexuals.
Number 4, we agree that when it comes to healthcare and other safety net programs, they should mostly be handled by the states.
Number 3, we agree that global warming is real and man-made.
Number 2, we agree that Republicans and Democrats should not allow us to go over the fiscal cliff.
And number 1, the war on Christmas is not as bad as everyone says it is.
Woo! Did you feel like Letterman?
I did, a little bit.
That was filmed before the shooting that occurred in Connecticut. So there's actually an 11th thing that we both agree on, and this is actually quoting BJ, and I agree with it, that we need, quote, very, very strict laws on automatic weapons. I agree. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy Hanukkah. God bless you, God bless Wisconsin, and God bless these United States of America. Thank you.